Okay, right, we're going to try and one-take this. Hey, this is a tutorial for how to nether in Hoplite. This is going to be slightly different to regular speedrunning, because obviously in Hoplite you're trying to get all of the gold blocks rather than just some of the gold blocks. But we're going to take it right back to the basics, and we're going to teach you how to make another portal, because I've seen so many people on Hoplite not know how to do this. So we're going to take it very simply, okay? One block here. I need to go into survival mode, actually. One block here. Water bucket on the side. Break this block. Then we're going to want to place 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. And then 1, 2. If you want to play safe, you want to break that block there so that the water flows into that hole and doesn't flood the rest of your lava pool. You can then place the remaining lava like this into a portal shape and then let it go. Sometimes you'll have a situation like this where you've not got these on the bottom and you've instead got cobblestone. If this is the case, obviously just break this out and replace this with the obsidian that, you know, with the lava that will spawn around you. If you want to take in a lava bucket, you can. I would recommend keeping the water on you. But we're going to head into the nether here as we would in Hoplite. Obviously, this is a pretty good way of rushing into the nether. I've prepared all of the different bastion types in the nether so that you know exactly what to do. And we're going to start off with the most simple one, bridge. Bridge has a big hanging out bridge like this, and it has all of the gold blocks that you're going to need for your game right at the chalice at the top here. If you spawn somewhere down here and you don't know what it looks like from the back, this is what it will look like from the back. It's going to have one of the only bastions with this lava in the middle. It's going to make it really, really easy to spot. Sometimes you may end up running on this bridge and not know where you are, but when you see this big pillar at the side, you know to dig up here, and you're going to find the chalice. There is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, blah, 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 16 gold blocks here. That's obviously going to be a ton of gold. You probably don't need any more than this, but in case you wanted some more, the places to find backups are going to be here. Now, this is for the times when you arrive here and someone's already taken most of this gold. You still want to grab some. Some examples of where this gold will spawn are going to be up here on your right. Good place to go. They will occasionally spawn behind these blocks right here on this wall. Here we've only got 1, I think up to 4 can spawn in this configuration. That is going to be spot number 1, and spot number 2 is going to be right down here. On this lava bridge, we want to look to the sides. Just here behind these kind of pig face looking blocks, you can have, I believe, up to 3 spawn. 1 spawns here, and then 1 spawns just behind it right here. And you might be able to grab a couple more in this sort of area. I honestly can't remember myself where exactly they all spawn, but this is the area that you'll want to break. Finally, if you've grabbed both the front and this side one, if you come to the right rampart, which is going to be over here, you can grab these chests. These chests will occasionally spawn. Either you will have a rampart that gives you 1 chest that looks more like this, kind of in this dip. You'll get 1 chest that can spawn all of this good stuff. And otherwise, you will get a triple chest rampart that looks like this, where you have 1 double chest and 1 single chest with all of the loot that you might need. Don't forget the lodestone chest, obviously helpful to make the Mjolnir, just up here. It's always going to spawn with a lodestone in it, and that's going to be the easiest way for you to get that Mjolnir if it is something that you want. Next up, on this right-hand side rampart, it could be a triple or it could be a single chest. But every single time, if you go down to the bottom of this staircase, very, very long staircase, looping back and forth, this staircase comes right down to the bottom here. You want to come all the way to the bottom, and you're going to see these pig face looking blocks. Behind here, 3 gold blocks can spawn. That's another 3 gaps right there for you. That's the entirety of Bridge. This is probably the simplest bastion, and it's also the fastest to route in Hoplite, and you're going to get a ton of gold blocks. Issue is you're not going to get any netherite, but one bastion that is going to give you netherite is this, the treasure bastion. Really, really simple. It comes with 2 parts. The big QB, as we like to call it, is known as bottom treasure. This is going to spawn with a magma cube spawner, which you're probably just going to want to break straight away. And it's also going to have some amazing treasure chests at the bottom with a crazy, crazy loot table. You can see here we've got an enchanted golden apple, ancient debris, a diamond helmet, netherite upgrade. You can often get netherite ingots, that sort of stuff from here. Gold blocks, iron blocks, diamonds on their own, diamond armor. This is probably the first place that you want to go if you come down here. Not only this, but you get a bunch of gold blocks as well. You know, a bunch of gold blocks. However, something that a lot of people don't know is on the other parts of this bastion, around the outside, everyone comes straight down here because they see the gold blocks, they know about these chests. On the outside of this bastion, you will find other chests that are like regular loot tables. You will get enchanted golden swords, you will get cooked pork, you will get golden apples, you will get blocks of iron, potentially netherite scraps, which can be useful to make dragon katana. Something that's super, super useful. And these can spawn on any of these layers. And up to 4 chests per layer. So it's definitely worth having a little look around, especially if you're late into the bastion maybe. It could be worth trying to scavenge some of those unlooted chests here. So I'm trying to give you one more example, but it looks like there was only 1 chest that spawned in the locations. Now, let's say you come straight down here, you book it down here. The first thing that you want to do once you've grabbed these gold blocks is go 1 layer above and look at this bridge. You want to find where these stairs are. This little staircase here is your description on where to go. You want to go up these stairs, and you want to pillar straight up. We want to pillar straight up, dig straight through, straight up, straight up, straight up, until we find this bridge. We're going to have 2 gold blocks spawn here. 1, 2, right here. These are your first 2 gold blocks. You're going to want to go up these stairs. Best way to do that is go right, straight over, and straight back up again. The reason is because if you go the other way, you're going to be met with a staircase that looks like this. It's not going to be very nice. You're going to have to build. You're going to have to spend time doing that. Next thing you want to do, grab these chests. Good loot, obviously, potentially. Netherite scraps, etc. So, in case you don't know, treasure bastions will have this wall. There's a magical 5 blocks you need to break. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. There's a maximum of 5 gold blocks that can spawn. I'm going to spawn them in now. These are where those 5 gold blocks can spawn. Left, 3 in the middle, and 1 on the right. So you're going to want to grab all of these, of course. I'll leave them in for example purposes. Furthermore, when you grab this left block, you're going to want to dig down because a gold block can spawn just here. This is a backup gold block, which is really good to grab. The same thing can happen over this side. Test yourselves. Where do we need to break to check where the gold blocks are? That's right. Here, here, here. Top and bottom. Obviously, we didn't get this one to spawn in, but these are where the 5 gold blocks will be spawning. And then also, again, break under this one, down a few layers, and sometimes this gold block can spawn. Last but not least, don't forget to grab this double chest in here. This is going to have more amazing loot. Could have some netherite scraps, a lot of obby, string, enchanted stuff, diamond shovels, gold, etc. Last but not least, you're going to have 2 backup blocks. One of them is going to spawn right where these stairs are. See where these stairs are? It's signified by this lantern as well. Right behind this wall, just here. And also, on this side, same spot. Look for the lantern. It's a good way to determine it. And it's going to be in this wall right here. Just to the left of the lantern. And in this case, it is also just to the left of the lantern. Hopefully you can remember all of that. That is treasure. That is your fastest way to loot everything that there is to know about the treasure bastion. Arguably the strongest bastion because you can get those netherite scraps down here. I have had a game where I've had a diamond chestplate, diamond leggings, and 2 netherite scraps in this single chest, which was actually my first Hoplite win, which is really cool. I might put a link in the description to that if I care about uploading it. Anyway, next spawn is going to be housing. Housing is going to be very similar looking to our final spawn stables. They both have this kind of crappy part and then the ramparts. However, in housing, note that the crappy part is slightly offset from the ramparts. And in housing, there is only 2 of these ramparts, whereas with stables, you're going to have 3 ramparts. One of them is kind of built into the wall here. 1, 2, 3. And the crappy part actually goes across the whole bastion. In housing, which is what we're going to look at next, the crappy part kind of is offset a little bit. So it kind of overlaps a bit of the bastion, and then some of the good part is on this side without any of the crappy part here. So, first thing, we're going to look at the crappy part, as I've been calling it. The reason is there's not many gold blocks here. Sometimes you get the odd 1 or 2 gold blocks spawning in, and you also get some chests spawning around as well. Some of this loot can be fantastic. You know, giving you some obsidian, crying obby, a lot of golden carrots, which can be useful, good saturation on those, and some smithing templates. Obviously, potentially also getting netherite scraps, golden apples. But something that a lot of people forget in housing is this chest down here, which is known as the manhunt chest, can obviously have ancient debris, but also This nether wart spawn. There's always going to be nether wart in housing. It's going to be at the manhunt location, right in the middle of these this part out here. This nether wart can obviously be useful when you craft the nether reactor core in the overworld, especially if you have the looter kit. You can grab looting on those blazes and brew potions. Obviously, there's been quite a big potion nerf recently, so it's become less important, but it's always worth grabbing them, because if you were the only player to grab them, then why not? You know what I mean? Prevent the rest of your Hoplite opponents being able to brew potions. It's just going to be another useful thing for you. Once you grab this outside part over here, you're going to want to face the way... Okay, this is going to be pretty difficult to explain. You're going to look at the soul sand, and you're going to find the longest patch of soul sand. Notice that this patch of soul sand is 6 long, versus this patch being 5 long. You want to go in the direction of the longest patch. So notice, this is the longest patch here. So you want to face this direction. The way you know you've got the right way is if you see this double chest. If you are going the wrong way, that's a bad idea. You want to go this way to grab your gold. You're going to see the double chest just over here. You can loot this double chest fantastically well. It's going to have some iron, also all of the other stuff, especially arrows, dragon katana stuff, etc. You're going to want to bust through this wall right here. You bust through this wall and down 1 block. Okay, you're going to want to remember where these gold blocks are. 1, 2. You're going to dig it slightly left. 3. Over at the back over here, you're going to get 4, 5, 6. And 7, 8. That's definitely not 8. That's 9. I think I forgot to count one. My fault. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 gold blocks. They're always going to spawn in this formation. And you want to make sure that you dig 1 block down here. I'm going to fill this back in now with cobblestone so that I know where everything is. But this was obviously all filled in before. Potentially, you may not be coming through this direction. Maybe you spawn right at the very top where these important chests can be. Obviously, you're going to want to loot these as well. Sometimes you're going to get ancient debris, helpful swords, helpful pickaxes. Also, don't forget about this chest here that can occasionally spawn. Important loot here. So, let's say you're heading down this bastion. We want to go down this part here, down this part, down, 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 until you get right to the bottom. Easiest way to do that and know you're at the bottom is when you see the pig face looking blocks. Fastest way to grab all of your gold here. Go into this corner, place a block above you, because that means that the piglins that are right here, let me spawn a few in. Piglin spawn egg. These guys can't get to you. If they try, there's going to be a block in the way. That's why you place this block. You want to dig down 1, 2, 3 blocks, and you're going to want to face this direction. Punch them out and grab your gold blocks. Remember how many there were? 9, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Want to go left. 6, 7. Break this one. 8, 9. Those are where your gold blocks are going to be spawning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where the other ones were. That's your easiest way to get the first gold blocks. But there are backups that many people do not know about. First thing I'm going to direct you to is from this chest. You're going to want to go up these stairs right here. And you're going to want to go to this wall. This wall right here. Cover yourself in. Make sure that no piglins can get to you, because they will. They will try. Best thing you're going to want to do is just break through this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see that gold block right at the back, just over there. When you now go up these stairs, there's going to be a little direction off to your left. Cover yourself up. You don't want to get hit by these piglins. We're going to want to place blocks here and go up and left. 1 gold block spawns here, and just behind them is 2 more. That's going to be 4 extra gold blocks. That's 4 extra gaps, especially in something like Civ. If you're playing a 3-person game, it's really useful to grab all of these gold blocks so that you can make the most gaps for your team. There is 1 more backup gold block right at the bottom over here. If you can come out the back and then come to this part, you're going to see this kind of inset part over here. It's going to be set away from the back of the bastion. It's kind of like a little bit of a concave part. You just want to dig in 1 block here. And there's going to be 3 backup blocks. I believe they may be able to spawn a 4th. Not 100% sure. Don't fact check me on it. There's going to be at least 3. There may also be sometimes some less, because I believe sometimes you're just going to get spawns that look a little bit more like this. Anyway, I'm not actually too well versed with all of the backups because in speedrunning, you don't really have to get them. You have to play as fast as you can, and often that is just going to be grabbing these main blocks down here, and occasionally some of the backups over here. You basically never go for this one, and you never go for the ones at the back. Anyway, that is going to be your housing tutorial. Obviously, you can also grab some of the extra randomly spawning ones down here. There's one down here, one up here. These are random. They'll spawn in different locations at different times. You can see another one at the back over here. Lastly, the most confusing bastion, stables. Even though it is the most confusing, it can also be the most lucrative. First and foremost, you've got the ship part, which is over here. You're going to have pretty much nothing. You're going to have the random chests, but they are going to have pretty bad spawns. You're not going to get any of the gold blocks. You're not going to get any of the golden apples. But sometimes you do get ancient debris, so it is still worth checking if you spot one of these bad chests in the bad part. First and foremost, we are going to start at the top. Notice, you're going to be having these triple chest ramparts. They look very similar to any other triple chest rampart. They have the good loot, very important sometimes. However, in these triple chest ramparts, they are going to be slightly different. You're going to want to come down these stairs and just in this inlet here. I'm going to do that one more time, and I'm going to take it a little bit slower. So, from the triple chest rampart, you want to go down the stairs, and you want to cut hard left. You don't want to go down. Down is too far. We want to take the top route, so this way. Straight in, and it's a straight line to this. Block yourself off, and right behind this block, it's perfectly, conveniently in step, one block as well. This block is going to give you 4 gold blocks just behind, like so. So, I'm going to test you again. We're going to go to this triple chest rampart. We're going to go down the top part. This is the top part. Many people will go down to this bottom part. They'll hold the front a bit too much and go down like this. This is not what you want to do. You're going to miss your 4 gold blocks. This way is going to take you down too far. Instead, you want to take the top path and go in a straight line and grab the 4 gold blocks that are just behind this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4. These always spawn, and it's a really easy way to get some gold that a lot of people miss. Now, when you come down this middle rampart, so notice there is one kind of in this wall over here. There's one right here, one in the middle, and then one on the right. You want to come down the middle rampart. Now, remember, I told you to go down the top path for the 4 gold blocks. Now I want you to go down the bottom path to get the gaps. These are known as gaps because there's a gap in this wall that tells you whether there's going to be gold or whether it's just going to be a chest. There's going to be an easier way for you to notice this, though. When you come down the bottom of these stairs, you're going to be met with a wall that looks like this. You want to break through and get this guy out of the way. In this 4-block wall right here, we're going to see this 4-block wall like so. The top right block, if there is air behind the top right block, it is good. It is going to have gold down there. If it is not air and it looks like this, it is bad. Leave it alone. So because we had air down here, we're going to want to take a walk down this path. And we are going to have gold blocks in this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4 gold blocks spawn right here. And under this lantern, we're going to get 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will spawn here. As a backup, you will want to break this block right here. There's going to be piglins up here, so be a little bit careful. There's going to be one more gold block backup up here. And then if you build a little staircase up here, it's going to be an occasional backup that spawns right here in this spot. We didn't get it this time. So, potentially, you may come into this bastion and it may be bad on this side. It may look like this. You break this block, you see black stone behind it, you're like, ah, shit, there's no gold blocks on this side. Don't fret, there's another side you can check. You want to come all the way down here. You want to place a block right here and break this top block. If you break it and there is air, it is going to be good. Because we got a block here, it is going to be bad. You can still check this part, but it is only going to have a chest and there is not going to be any gold that naturally spawns in this part. It looks the exact same as coming in from this direction on this part of the rampart. So, for example, we would have broken through that block. If it was air, we would have come up here and we would have gone and grabbed the exact same gold blocks. That's pretty much it. I can try and spawn in one more, but actually, I've done this all in one take, so I kind of want to just continue doing it in one take. I could fly around and try and find a another stables type, though, because I think that stables are one of the more confusing ones. This is a treasure again. I'm going to spawn it in here. This is... Oh, this is another stables. Perfect. So, maybe we will get a good gap on this side. Nope, still bad. Okay, no stress. The thing that we need to show you is the top ramparts now. I already explained the triple chest, where you saw all 3 chests clearly exposed at the top. Sometimes you won't have that. In this example, we don't have any triple chests, so there's not going to be any extra gold blocks. We have what's known as a double chest. It has this kind of chest that is dipped under in like a bit of a U shape. Going to have some blocks in there. Same on this side. The reason we call it the double chest is because there are 2 chests in this rampart. There's this one at the top with the dip, but also there's one at the bottom down here that's always going to be exposed. Going to give you some important loot, and same on this side. We've got that same one that's exposed. In this middle rampart, this is even shorter. This is called the single chest rampart, and we're going to see right at the back over here in the far right corner, we're going to see 1 chest. The reason it's called single chest is because there's only a single chest. That is it. And you can see we can also get that from the front. It's a nice little walkway if you go from the front to get to the back of this chest just here. Last but not least, you could hypothetically get unlucky and have 0 gold in this bastion. This is one of the more difficult bastions to root, and sometimes you will get a bad spawn and a bad spawn on both sides, meaning that you will get no gold blocks, and this is a perfect example of that. So if you were to come to these 4 blocks here, you break the top right, there's blackstone behind it. There is no gold blocks down here. Even if you dug through, you would find just this chest and no gold. Same thing if you did it on the other side. You come down the stairs, same place that we just were, go down these stairs, pillar up 2 right here, and there's no air behind. So again, this is just going to have a chest and no gold blocks. Really unlucky spawn. This whole bastion has a total of 0 gold blocks. It's a perfect example of why stables can be both amazing, because they can have upwards of 20 gold blocks, but sometimes absolutely fucking dreadful, because right now, this one's got none. I'm going to try and spawn in 1 more, just as an example, just to show you again what it could be like. This is bridge, pretty easy. Another treasure bastion. You know how to root that now. You've got the gold at the bottom. Sometimes this spawns 2 chests, where you can have some amazing loot like this. Look at this loot. Like, how fantastic is that? Come down here, you're 3/4 diamond already, and you can get a netherite upgrade on those legs. Like, Jesus. It's fucking fantastic. Place another one. That's another bridge. We're going to place another one. This is another stables. Kind of want to show you a good gap right side. Can't seemingly get it, though. It's really annoying. Anyway, if you've got any more questions, you can obviously feel free to ask in the comments. That's pretty much it. I just wanted a quick tutorial. I just thought I'd one-take it because I can't be bothered to sit here and try and edit this shit. If you've got any questions, and if you do want to see me do some sort of further tutorial, maybe going a little bit more in-depth on every single structure, to show exactly where the chests can spawn, exactly where every backup gold block can spawn, then you can do. But hopefully I've given you a good enough guide that you can go into Hoplite and you can go and destroy your opponents by getting into the bastions and getting all the gold. Alright, that's it from me. If you don't already, follow my main. This is going to be uploaded on my alt account because I don't want to clog up my main with just some random video. And if you don't already, I always stream on Twitch and stuff. I'll leave all the links in the description. If you appreciate some good Hoplite gameplay, if you appreciate some speedruns, then you can go and drop me a follow over there. Alright, thanks guys.